In today's class, we are going to talk about multi-stage graphs, a very easy topic. So as you can see, there is a graph that is given to you. And for that graph, it's the same graph that's there in your textbook. So we are going to actually solve this particular graph first, and then move on to another one also as an example. So starting from the source to the T. So if you can say that, see that there is a node that is written as S and there is another node that is written as T. So it is like this is a multi-stage graph. So nodes are, or the vertices are given into different stages, and it is such that we need to find out a minimum cost path from source to sink or the target node. So what we need to do is we need to find out between S to T what is the minimum cost path using the dynamic approach. Now the dynamic approach works on principle of optimality. And what does principle of optimality says? It states that we have a optimal sequence of decisions. Now those optimal sequence of decisions are from 1, we move on to the next stage, and we will keep on selecting one or the other vertex till we reach the destination, and that will be a sequence of optimal decisions. Now let's see what do we mean by a stage, because we say multi-stage graph, and the graph that is given to you or is shown to you is a 5-stage graph. So for the 5-stage graph, what we are saying that we have a graph G that includes the vertex set V and the edges set E, such that these edges are of the form UV, such that U belongs to some ith stage vertex set and V belongs to the I plus 1th vertex stage. Now, what is this vertex stage that we are saying? So these all set of vertices that we have set V, it is divided into a disjoint set, and those disjoint sets are I number of disjoint set of vertices where I goes from 1 to K, such that K is always greater than or equal to 2. Now here K denotes the stage of the graph. Yes, so we have in this case 5 stage. So in that case, this 5 stage is the value of K. So the value of K here is 5. That means we have divided the vertices into 5 stages, where you have the first vertex into the first disjoint set of vertices. Then 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices, these 4 vertices are part of the second disjoint set of vertices. Then you have V3. In V3, that is the third disjoint set. It has 3 vertices, 6, 7, 8. Similarly, what you have is V4 and V5. So as we can see here, V1, that is the vertex set 1, is equal to the vertex set K. So K in our case is equal to actually V5, and this is equal to 1. So there are always only one vertex in the first as well as the last stage of the multi-stage graph. Fine. So there is only source in the first vertex set and target or your sync vertex into your last vertex set. Now, there is another requirement that for whatever edges you have, U and V, U should belong to ith set, then V should belong to I plus 1. There are no edges where U and V both belong to the same set. Right? So there is no edge like this. Let me put it in the other color so it becomes more clear. So there is no edge like this 2 to 3 where 2 also belongs to the vertex set 2 and 3 also belongs to the stage 2. Yes, so there is no such edge. As well as there is no edge from the first stage to the third stage or from the first stage to the fourth stage. There is always a UV edge where U belongs to the vertex set I and V belongs to the vertex set I plus 1. So these are the requirements that you are assuming for the multi-stage graph. Yes. So how the two stages are? All the nodes that are at one stage and for all the edges that move on to the next stage, the stage become I plus 1. Fine. From here, whether it is going from fifth vertex or fourth vertex, so all the other vertices will become the stage 3. And any of the edges that goes from 6, 7, 8 will be part of vertex set or the stage 4. And all the edges that goes from the vertices of stage 4 will end up into stage 5. Yes, so this is how the same term, different ways in telling about the same thing. I hope this is completely clear. If there is any doubt, let me know so that once what kind of a graph we are considering, it is clear to you. Okay. Now, for what kind of problems we actually use the multi-stage graphs. So whenever you have something like resource allocation to different processes where the processes work in a step-by-step manner. Yes, so you have at the first stage this process, second stage, third, fourth, and on. So you are distributing the resources, so how it should go, so that will be part of your application of your multi-stage graph. Yes, so and as you can see, we were talking about the dynamic approach. So we need to select from first which particular vertex it should choose so that in the end it is getting a optimal low cost path. And at the stage 2, again it is making a choice for the stage 3. At stage 3 it is making a choice for stage 4, and at 4 it is making a choice for stage 5. So this is how it is working step by step forward. So we call this as a forward approach. Fine. So let's quickly see how we can work with this. So as you can see, I have actually already included a table here. So the first row of the table says V, and I have actually included all the vertices 1 to 12. And usually the vertices are numbered according to the stage. That means all the vertices in stage 1 will have smaller no vertex number than the stage 2. All the stage 2 vertices will have a greater vertex number than stage 1 and lesser than the stage 3, and so on. Yes, so for all these vertices we have marked here. And now to calculate what would be the cost of starting from stage 1 first vertex. So this, the first parameter here for the cost is given as the stage. And this one is the vertex number. Fine. So the first one is your cost, the stage and then the vertex number. And the other thing here is D. D denotes that particular vertex which help it to reach for the next stage. And Cij. So we are going to actually work with two things, cost ij and Cij. Cost ij denotes that what is the cost of reaching to the sink or the target node from the ith stage J vertex. I hope this is clear. Yes. What is the cost of reaching to the sink, that is to the last vertex for the stage I, jth vertex? Whereas Cij denotes the cost or the weight of the edge ij. Yes. So if I have to say I is equal to, let's say, 9 and j is equal to 12. So C9, 12, that is from 9th to the 12th vertex, it is 4. Yes. So weight of the vertex. So weight of the edge. Fine. So now let's start with this. So to fill up this particular matrix, we'll start from the end and then fill up everything, and then we will find out the minimum path. Now to find out the cost of fifth stage 12th vertex to reach to the sink from the 12th vertex. So what is the cost of reaching from 12 to 12? Definitely it is 0. It's going to be equal to 0, and you are reaching there via 12th only. Yes. So this is a simple one. Now comes the 9, 10, 11. Yes. So for that, what we are going to do here is cost of fourth stage 9th vertex, cost of fourth stage 10th vertex, cost of fourth stage 11th vertex to reach the sink. So from the fourth stage 9th vertex, the cost of reaching here is 4. Cost of 10th vertex in the stage 4 is 2. Cost of 11th vertex at stage 4 is 5. Yes, this is 4, this is 2, this is 5. Fine. So this 4 to 5 we will fill up here. And to reach to the sink, it is using the vertex 12. Till this point, it is very, very simple. Now, for the next stages, what we are going to do is we are going to use the already included cost. Yes. So for that, we will include one small formula here. So let me first write it in terms of this cost at the stage 3, 6. So if I have to find a cost for the 6th vertex, I know there are two paths. One is from 6 to 9 and then to 12. Another one is from 6 to 10 and then to 12. So I need to find a optimal minimum cost path. So I can write here as minimum of 2 values. Yes, I have a minimum of 2 values. So cost of 6 to 9. So that means this edge I am taking. Fine. Plus whatever was the optimal cost at the fourth stage 9 vertex, comma, cost of 6 to 10 plus the cost at the fourth stage 10th vertex. Fine. So this one will be minimum of the cost of the edge 6 to 9 is 6 plus the cost at 9th vertex is 4. Cost of 6 to 10 is 5. Cost of the stage 4 10th vertex is 2. So this is equal to minimum of 10 and 7, which I get equal to 7. So that means the cost that I get here is 7. And this is because of which particular vertex? This is, okay. So I think one of you have a doubt whether it is cost of 4,9 or 3,9. Yes. So what we are saying is we are at the stage 3. Okay. So at stage 3, at this point, what we want is these two paths we are considering. Yes. So this particular path is saying that for this, I can take this edge and whatever was the cost. So at this point, you can see that there is only one vertex here. But in reality, this is like a recursive approach where we don't know after this whether we have only one vertex or we had another 2-3 stages. Yes. So whatever was the minimum cost here that we have calculated earlier, that we will consider. Fine. So at every stage, what we are doing is to find the cost for a particular vertex at a stage, we'll take the edge to the connecting vertex and the cost of that. So that's why it is cost of 4, 9. That means what is the cost value, this particular cost value for the 9th vertex that is at stage 4. So right now that cost is also 4. And this one is that particular vertex. So this will be more clear when we move to the stage 2. So just hold on with that. And if there are still more doubts, so we will clarify that at stage 2. Fine. So this value 7 that we have got is the minimum cost, so that we have kept it here. And this 7 have come from these values, which was because of we have taken the 10th vertex. Yes, at the 4th stage, we have selected the 10th vertex. So that's why we have got the minimum cost. So I hope this, why we are writing here as 10 is clear. Okay, so this is the cost from the 6 to 9. Now let's start with 7. So that means cost of the 7th vertex that we will write here at the stage 3. Yes, cost of the 7th vertex at stage 3. Again, it has two paths. One is via 9 and another is via 10 on the 4th stage. So this one will be, instead of 6, we will be writing here 7. Cost of 7 to 9, that is this edge and whatever is the cost. Cost of this edge and whatever is the cost that was here. So again, 7 to 9 and the cost at the 4th stage 9th vertex. Cost of the edge 7 to 9 plus the cost of 4th stage 10th vertex. Fine. So for this one, what we will have here is cost of 7 to 9 is 4. So 7 to 9 is 4 plus what is the cost of the 9th vertex? It is also 4. Cost of 7 to the vertex 10, that is this edge, is 3 plus what is the cost at the 10? So 10 is 2. So this is 8 and 5. And the minimum value out of 8 and 5 is 5. So at the 7th vertex, it is 5. So that means the cost of the vertex 7 at the stage 3 to reach to the sink is 5 when we take 10th as the vertex at the next vertex. Okay, so from there, let's start for the next one. That is the 8th vertex. At the stage 3, you have the path from 10 and the path from 11. Yes, so this one we will change. So for this cost 3, 8, we will have the edge 8 to 10, cost of the edge from 8 to 10, and the minimum cost that we had already at the fourth stage, 10th vertex. Fourth stage, 10th vertex. The second path is from 8 to 11, so cost of the edge of 8 to 11 plus the minimum cost at the vertex 11 of the fourth stage. 8 to 10 is 5 plus the cost at 10 is 2. 8 to 11 is 6 plus the cost at the vertex 11 is 5. So this is 7, 11, which is equal to 7. So this is 7, and this is because of the first value, that is taking the vertex 10. Yes. So this is the formula that we have been using it. Now let's try to make this as a journal one. Now this cost, I will say, that is for the ith stage, jth vertex. So I don't know this. All these time we have taken two edges and we have taken the minimum. Here you can have 3, here you can have 4. Yes. So I don't know how many edges I will have from a particular vertex. Yes. If I have here 5 vertices at the next stage, I may have the 5 edges, or I may have 2 or 3 edges. Yes. So let me only write the formula for one path. Yes. So for one path, let's say we will write minimum value and we will see what is there in the minimum value. So every time when we are checking this path, we have one edge plus the cost at the next vertex. Yes. So let's say the cost of whatever is the jth vertex we have taken here, that only comes here. So j comma L, let's say we will denote this particular vertex as L. So L is the vertex where it is the vertex at the next stage. So if we were talking about this particular one, so 10 is the vertex at the next stage. Yes. So this is denoted as J, this is denoted as L, and this particular stage is I, and this particular stage is I plus 1. So again, what I will be including here is cost of what? Next stage. Yes. So that is I plus 1, comma, the same vertex L. Yes. So what I have included here is cost Ij is equal to minimum of the cost for the edge j to L plus the cost for the L vertex at the I plus 1th stage. Now what is this L? Where all L belongs to Vi plus 1. That means for all the L vertices, that are there on the I plus 1 vertex set, as well as there is a edge j to L that belongs to the set H. Yes, j to L that belongs to the that belongs to the set of edges. Now, if I'm taking L as 9, 8 to 9, there is no edge that belongs to the set edge. So that will not be taken. Yes. So this condition is actually stating that we have to consider which all set of vertices. All set of vertices that belongs to only the I plus 1th stage, and J to L, there should be a path. That edge should exist. Yes. Then we consider all those Lth vertices in I plus 1th stage and find out the minimum of that. I hope This journal formula is clear. Yes, so we will use this journal formula for the remaining ones also. So let me now erase this and write this formula clearly again. Okay. So cost of ij is equal to minimum of Cj, comma L plus cost of I plus 1 L, where all L belongs to Vi plus 1, such that J, comma L is the edge belonging to the set E. Fine. So this is the only formula that we are using when we have to propagate in the forward direction. Fine. So let's quickly finish off with this. So the cost, now we have to find out for 2, 3, 4, 5. So cost of 2, comma 2. That means at the second stage for the vertex 2, so in this case, the minimum value that we will be including, it will be C of 2 to 6 plus cost of 3, comma 6, third stage, sixth vertex. Then C of 2 to 7 plus cost of 3, comma 7, seventh vertex at the third stage. Cost of the edge 2 to, I'm sorry, I think there is a small change here. This edge is supposed to reach in here. 2 to 8 plus cost of third stage 8. 2 to 6 is 4. Cost of 6 at the third stage is 7. So this is equal to 11. Second one, 2 to 7 is 2 plus 3 to 7. Third stage, seventh vertex is 5. So 2 plus 5 is 7. 2 to 8 is 1 plus the value at the eighth vertex is 7. So this is equal to 8. Out of 11, 7 and 8, minimum value is 7. And this is because of which vertex? 7th vertex. Fine. So now let's start with the third one. That is at the stage 2, third vertex. Third vertex is connected to only 6 and 7. So we will have only 2 values here. So from 3 to 6 and 3 to 7 edges. 3 to 6 is 2. Cost of 3 to 6, minimum cost here was 7. So 2 plus 7 is 9. Cost of the edge 3 to 7 is 7 plus cost of the third stage, seventh vertex is 5. So 7 plus 5 is 12. So the minimum value that you get here is 9, and that is because of the sixth vertex. Yes, if you take from here, you get 9. Next one is your fourth vertex at the second stage. And this one is only connected to 8. So there will be only one value. That means cost of the edge 4 to 8 plus cost of the third stage, 8th vertex. 4 to 8 is 11. And the cost of the 8th vertex was 7. So this is equal to 18, and it is only a single one. So it will remain as this only, and this is because of the 8th vertex. I hope this is clear. Yes. Let's start now work for 2 to 5. So for 2 to 5, 5 is connected to 7 and 8. So there are 2 paths. So minimum of the cost of the edge from 5 to 7 plus cost of third stage, 7th vertex, cost of the edge 5 to 8 plus the cost of third stage, eighth vertex. So 5 to 7 is 11, and cost of the seventh vertex at the stage 3 is 5. So this is equal to 16. 5 to 8 is 8, and the cost for the eighth vertex is 7. So this is equal to 15. So the minimum value out of 16 and 15 is 50, and this is because of the vertex 8. Yes, so this is done. Now coming to the last one, that is cost of 1 to 1. Students, this session is going to the last one that is left for us is cost of 1 to 1. That is, what is the cost of stage 1 first vertex? Yes, so for that, as we have done earlier, what we are going to do is we are going to check what is the cost of the path from second vertex, third, fourth, and fifth. Yes, so now you can see clearly what this particular formula is doing. It is just getting the cost of the edge for the next vertex that we are choosing, whether we choose 2 or 3. So 1 to 2 and 1 to 3, and it will find out what was the optimal cost at the vertex 2, which is at the next stage. Yes, for the next stage, for that particular vertex, what is the cost? So let's check for this one. So in this case, for the minimum values, let's start with the first vertex. So the value will be cost of 1 to 2 plus cost of second stage, second vertex. Next is cost of 1 to 3, H1 to 3 plus cost of H1 to 3 and whatever is the optimal cost that we have calculated for the third vertex. That is cost of second stage, third vertex. Then cost of 1 to 4 plus cost of second stage, fourth vertex. Then cost of 1 to 5, H1 to 5 plus the cost of second stage, fifth vertex. Fine. So 1 to 2, it is 9 plus what is the cost at second vertex? It is 7. So that is equal to 60. What is the cost is 1 to 3? It is 7 plus the cost at the third vertex, which is 9, which is equal to 16. Then the cost for the edge 1 to 4 is 3 plus the cost at the fourth vertex, that is 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. Then the cost of 1 to 5 is 2 plus the cost at the fifth vertex, that is 15. So this result into 70. So the minimum of this 16, 16, 21 and 17. So out of these values, 16 is the minimum value. That means from first, cost 1 to 1 means cost of the path from the first stage, first vertex to the target or the sink vertex is given as 16, and it can be either through the second vertex or it can be through the third vertex. So what does this mean? That there is only one optimal solution, but there can be 2 or 3 paths. That means there can be 2 paths through which we can achieve this optimum cost. And both the path we can take. So here, let's quickly see how do we get the path. To get the path, we will utilize this last row, which includes the value of D. For that, let's say that we start with the vertex 1. So what is at the first stage, first vertex value? D11 is either 2 or 3. So let's say we have taken 2. If we have taken this path, yes, then we are reaching to the next stage 2. Yes, and we have taken the second vertex for the next stage. So D22 is 7. So we are actually talking about D values. D22 is 7. Then at the next stage, at the third stage, we have taken the vertex 7. Yes, from D22, we are going to the 7th vertex. So from the 7th vertex, which is at the stage 3, where we are moving. So from the 7th vertex, we are moving to 10. Then next is D4, 10. So from the 10th vertex, we are moving towards 12. So this is the path that we are following. 1 to 2, then 2 to 7, 7 to 10, and then 10 to 12. So this is the path that we are following. This is the path that we are following here, which is nothing but equal to 9 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. Yes, so that is equal to 60. Now let's see if at D11 we are taking up the third vertex. That means we are choosing this value. Yes, so at the second stage for the third vertex, we will be choosing 6. That is, we will be choosing this one. And at the third stage, from 6th vertex, we are going to choose 10. That is, we are going to choose this way. So from here, here, here. And at the fourth stage, at 10th vertex, it will directly move to. So this is the path that will be taken. And in this case, this is 7 plus 2 plus 5 plus 2. Yes. So that is equal to 16. Both the two paths are optimal cost and it is giving you the solution. So you have two solutions in case you have the same minimum value for the different path from a particular vertex at a particular stage. I hope this is clear. If there is any doubt into this, please let